Hey guys, today we're doing two things. We are checking out the SMSL M3 USB DAC that I requested from Banggood, but I will also show you what you need to do to get 100% digital audio with your retro gaming PC. So that's crystal clear audio, bypassing all the DACs on the sound card to get us pure digital signal without any interference, hiss or noise. In the box we find the M3 USB DAC, there's a headphone adapter, a USB cable to connect the DAC to your computer, and also a micro USB cable to connect it to your Android phone. Apple phones are not supported. Strangely enough, the cables are all white, so I asked for some nicer sleeved cables in red. They go much nicer with this DAC. The unit is extremely compact. To turn it on, you got to hold down the power buttons at the front. Then you can toggle between the three inputs, and holding it down again powers it off. There are also a couple of LEDs indicating what sample rate is currently used. There's a volume dial at the front, and I've been using the Shure 1440 headphones. I found this device to be extremely loud. The 9 o'clock position was already a little bit uncomfortable, so there's plenty of headroom to drive headphones. At the back we have three inputs. Input 1 is the micro USB and connects to your computer or Android phone. Input 2 is optical, and that's what we're going to use for our Windows 98 Retro PC project. And we also have input 3, which is coax, which comes in handy for older devices. There's another micro USB port for power, and if you're using it as a USB DAC, it's not really needed, but on the website it does mention that supplying the additional power can increase the sound quality. As a USB DAC, we get up to 24 bits and 96 kHz, but with the optical and coax inputs, it goes a little bit higher with up to 24 bits and 192 kHz. So what does it sound like? Now guys, I'm not an audiophile, but I do work with a lot of sound cards and capture devices, and I have zero complaints about the sound quality of this device. In terms of noise, if nothing is playing, you can turn the volume dial all the way up, and I couldn't even hear a hint of background noise or hiss. Now let's have a look at what we need to do to get 100% digital audio on our Windows 98 Retro PC. We need the following components, starting with a Sound Blaster Live, which is a PCI sound card. That's a really good Windows sound card, especially with EAX, but it also has good DOS compatibility. You can load sound fonts, and it has all the required inputs and outputs we need for this project. Next, we need a SPDIF bracket with a Toslink output. You might have one lying around, but you can get these for around $10 to $20 off eBay. There are three wires, one for 5 volt, one for ground, and another one carrying the signal. The mod works with the Live Audigy and XFi cards. It's just that the pinout varies a little bit, but you can just Google this information. We also need an optical drive with a SPDIF digital output. Not every drive has one. Some do have the output, but it's not doing anything. And we also need a cable to connect the digital output from the optical drive to the sound card, which has a digital CD input. And lastly, we need an optical cable to go from the optical output of the Sound Blaster Live into our USB DAC. Now we're almost done. We just got to configure the software. Out of the box we get digital audio at 48 kHz, but not from the CD input. So we have to go into the speaker settings and tick the box that says digital output only. Now all the analog as well as digital inputs are routed through, but try to avoid any analog inputs, as this will give you some background hiss. And the very last step is tuning the mixer. Turn off any inputs that are not used, especially all the analog ones like line-in, the auxiliary, the CD and the PC speaker. We have to unmute the CD digital slider, otherwise you're not going to get any CD music in your games. And that's it. Now you have 100% digital audio, no more hissing or interference, just crystal clear audio. Links to the DAC and the USB cables are in the description. If you've got any question about this product, do let me know. Also, if you found this video useful and you want to see more content like it, please subscribe if you haven't done so already. Click on that notification bell and give it a like. Thank you for watching, and I shall see you soon with another one.